I was 23 years old when I found out my mom was dying from cancer. The cancer had spread to her brain, and there was nothing they could do. This isn't a story of a miracle healing. I was trying everything natural I knew of, which at 23 in 1996 wasn't very much. But I would get her up early every morning to go for a walk and blend all kinds of horrible concoctions. Poor baby. Ugh. She went along with it all, and I tried everything I knew of, like I said. But since the cancer had spread to her brain, she wasn't able to articulate her thoughts, and it was very frustrating for her. She had to close the bookkeeping business she had built all alone while working a full-time job until it could replace her income. Even through years of a physically abusive husband, my stepdad, who had passed away several years prior, it was heartbreaking watching her hand her clients their files full of years of her work and relationships, and she was really good to her clients. She would let them pay when they could. She was just a really great person. But one night I was praying my usual prayer, begging for her to be healed, and I asked something that was so very out of my control freak nature. I said, Lord, if it's her time to go, please let me know so I'm not praying against your will. The next morning, instead of me waking her up to go for a walk, she woke me up because she wanted to talk. She told me with her usual coherence, like the old way she used to talk, that she needed to let me know that she was ready to go. She knew I would be okay. In spite of it being the absolute worst news I had ever gotten in my short life at that point, it was what I asked God for, and I was so thankful He answered me. It gave me peace. I knew that my mom was going to be okay, and I knew that she knew it was going to be okay, and I was going to be okay. I don't know how she knew that, but what I did know was that if she didn't know that, she would have fought to her very last breath not to leave me. So knowing she had peace with it gave me peace. I know this isn't the typical quote-unquote testimony of a miracle, so to speak, but it was. My mom spoke like herself just for those few minutes. It's not always the answer we want, but if we keep our eyes on Yeshua and the Father, the will of the Father, we will be okay through anything. I know my mom is better than okay, and I'm happy for her, and I'm okay too.